move on. Choking and stumbling. That was a big topic over the weekend with
I'm glad you mentioned this because that was something that he said in this fucking freestyle. And we didn't
uh
even get to that narrative, but I'm glad this is a topic because we
yeah,
definitely got to unpack this.
yeah. We're gonna unpack this narrative for real. So, choking got different definitions from by different people. Then you got Ty Law stumbling in the third, but then you got Ty Law recycling in the third as well. So it's choking, stumbling, and recycling. Do you put recycling on that same level as choking?
No,
Is recycling worse?
no, it's not even close. Here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say, right? And matter of fact, let me just ask you, and I'm gonna ask the chat as well. You guys give me your response.
Wave said it is. Wave said recycling is worse. I would love to
I don't
him.
I don't agree because forgetting material. Okay, let me just say this, right? And I hate that I always because I don't like bringing myself up into it, but I have to if I have experience in what I'm talking about.
You're a
So,
narcissist. I get it.
fuck out of here. I battled. I ain't never choked. Short prep, week and a half prep, 2 weeks prep 3 rounds in less than a month. Like I've done all of that. 5 minute rounds. I had a 10 minute round. It's not
Okay.
difficult to remember material. It's not. It's effort. It's repetition. It's effort. So to me, if anybody is choking, I'm already looking at you like, okay, bro. That to me is the worst because that tells me you didn't put the necessary effort into it. Now, there's always hidden occurrences out of nowhere that, crowd reaction distracted you and you forgot where you were in the moment. Okay, that happens. It can happen
Okay.
once. Somebody said something that threw you off and fuck. That's not going to happen every fucking battle. Once in a while, sure. Consistently, hell no. So to me, choking and stumbling and all that, that's the highest point that I'm going to deduct points from. You're going to lose rounds and battles to me because it's about effort. Recycling to me, bro, I'm going to be honest, bro. I do feel a way about recycling, but this is my question of what I was going to ask you guys. Is it recycling if you had a battle? And I'm not saying this is what Ty Law did, but is it recycling if you had a battle, it never dropped, and you reused them bars? Yes or no?
Is that recycling? I
Is that
mean,
recycling?
reusing is recycling. So, yes.
Now, battle rappers, because there's very popular ones who have done just this exact same thing very quite often. All these people who have had PGs that never drop, one-offs that never drop, all these battles that never, they reuse that material, and battlers do not see, nobody even regards that as recycling. This is why I said I don't have the same energy for recycling that I do for choking, because with choking, it's one definition. We all are on the same page with that. With recycling, it's not all one way. So this is why I say I don't have the same energy, because battlers, they are telling people it's not recycling if they use that same material if it never dropped. If it's never on camera, that's not recycling.
Right. Well, with the Ty Law situation, it did drop. It was on a smaller league. But here's my thing with this. Hold on. Because this is going to be one time, probably one of the few times we actually agree. Um, Let me say this. I look at recycling as stand-up comedians who go to small towns and try their material before they reach the big stage. So let's say you were you were afforded tickets to go to Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, or whoever, right? You go to that comedy show, you have a great time, you laugh, you go crazy. Now you find out that he's used this material elsewhere. Do you like, you can't take those laughs back. You can't take those that a feeling you felt because that was your first time hearing it. So I don't look at it as this big, thing, this big deal if it's your first time hearing it. This is what I say. T-Rex versus Young Ill is regarded as one of, if not the best one rounder ever. That's what a lot of people will tell you. I personally, because I'm a nerd, right? I heard some of those lines from Rex, because a lot of people, I think the majority decision is Rex got that. Um, I personally gave the battle to Young Ill because a lot of those lines that Rex used, I heard in a freestyle on YouTube before the battle came out. So this is my rule. If you heard it, like really heard those lines before that battle happens, and you like, oh, this was I heard this before, then you should feel a way about it. But if that material was brand new to you and you hear that it was recycled afterwards, I don't feel like it was new to you at that moment. It should be fine. I didn't see that Ty Law battle before he battled Head Ice, so therefore I can only grade those lines at the time I heard, which was against Head Ice. So it's fine by me. But if you hear it before, like I said, I heard all the Rex lines that when the heat is on, you can catch me barefoot with the Tommy, no time to put my sneakers on. I was like, oh, wait, that's T-Rex and Shine freestyle in the living room that was on YouTube like months ago. So that's how I feel about recycling. I don't look at it the same as choking at all. So I agree with Nico on that one.
I feel like recycling, there's two reasons why I would have an issue with you recycling something. One reason would be if you set it on URL main stage where everybody's seen it, Summer Madness known type card, or RBE big card, or King of the Dot big card. You know what I'm saying? Big league, big card, right? You set it, and then in another battle, you use one of them bars because that's the highest level. It's not like nobody was watching that. Okay, that'll be one reason. And then the other reason I'd have an issue is if you do it and you start stumbling and choking. Those would be the only two reasons why I would have an issue with you reusing material. Honestly, bro, it's your material. You wrote it. If you want to reuse the shit, cool. I didn't heard battle rappers say, hey, I got crowd reaction. It threw me off. So instead of ending my round short or choking, I just went right into a mixtape verse. I don't give a fuck. That's your shit. Rap that shit. If you want to rap it, I don't care. I would care. Only time I'm gonna care is if it's fucking you up where you can't even get through the shit. If you can get through your round rapping, I don't care if this is material you used on a mixtape or you used on some hidden league. I don't care.
Can you immediately tell the difference between recycling and a new catchphrase? I'm gonna let you tackle that one, Nico.
A catchphrase or a slogan, like what do you say? What do you say? Remedy says, I'm gonna give you so many punches, the fans yelling, get off the ropes. He said that first versus Suge, right? He brought it back versus Sean. Now people was like, oh damn, he said it again, but that's his slogan. And you're gonna take so many punches, the fans yelling. So it's something like that's a slogan. You hear the strapped in for the first time. Oh, I'm strapped in. You hear it again. Reused material is like where you just like is reusing like punches and like haymakers. That's like, okay, that's something different. But yeah, you could definitely, so for me at least, I can tell the difference because you can tell when something is meant for setup and meant to just, oh, we're just punching and trying to like you. It's a difference.
I'm seeing a lot of good questions. Do you think it's better than recycling rap angles? Like a whole angle, like Ars the bus driver angle.
I don't know. Is that recycling an angle?
I mean, it can be at times. It can be.
I mean, I never battled you. Like, okay, but Ledge, Ledge in this scenario, you're Arsenal, you're the bus driver. I've never battled you before. I've never talked to you about you being a bus driver. So how am I reusing an angle? I've never talked to you before. I'm different. I'm not the last person that battled you. I have a whole different narrative. I have something else I want to talk about. This nigga might have told you, "Oh, you're a bus driver, so you're on the short bus." I might have said, "Hey, this nigga Ledge, a bus driver. This nigga driving public transit." I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you don't know what I'm gonna say. This not a reuse angle. The only way you can reuse an angle is if you're verbatim saying word for word, line for line what the last person said, and nobody does that except for what was the nigga name Hazy? What was his name? What nigga was Steven? Whoever that was, Jersey. You are terrible, sir. You are a hidden fucking character of the highest order for doing it. You're fucking hidden. You're fucking hidden. But you said recycling a couple of lines I can excuse, but not a whole round. Would you rather a battler recycle or choke? Recycle easily, because if you choke, that's about your effort. Now, again, there are rare occasions where something in the building can get you, right? It's not going to continuously happen. Why? Because everything you're doing with battling with your material is repetition. Now, everybody has a different mark for how much they need to repeat something to retain it. But once it's fully retained, it don't matter what happens, bro. I was working a 9-to-5 job. I'm driving forklifts. I'm putting up all type of shit, unloading trucks, all that shit, bro. Whenever somebody would come and talk to me, if I was rapping my round, okay, I'm going through the round, somebody come and talk to me, okay, crowd reaction. They could talk to me for 40 minutes, an hour. Hour later, right back to where I left off. It's retained. So everybody has a certain retention rate where, okay, once I get to the point of retention, I'm good. But
Yeah.
nigga, if you're recycling, you wrote it. Fuck it. Say the shit. And if the crowd didn't hear it, oh well, you got it off that day. Battle rap is literally the only fucking performance art that you cannot repeat something you said. In no other place of performance does that exist.
Oh, he talking now.
Nowhere else.
Look at him go. Go ahead. No, I was with you. I agree with you on this one. Like I said, I don't know how often.
You can reuse jokes for 20 years.
Yeah.
There's 50 states, bro. You could travel to all 50 states and say the same exact stand-up routine in all 50 states.
I agree. I really think that recycling shouldn't be graded the same as choking. I think that's really unfair.
I don't think it's because you say it's because each battle is stand alone. But this is my thing though, man. Like JC had a line versus Chef Trez. It might benefit you in a box. JC said that on a small league on A-Hat. I remember it because it's A-Hat. You know what I'm saying? I came up on A-Hat. So most of the people did not know that bar came from fucking A-Hat. They wouldn't fucking know. So he said it on the main stage. Now it's there. Okay.
And they went crazy for it too.
Now he reuses that. Okay, boom. You recycle something. When it's at the highest level, like in the NBA, nobody's gonna say, "Oh, he did that same fadeaway in the Euro League." Nobody gonna give a fuck about that. But when you're doing it on the highest level in the finals, a nigga might be like, "Okay, he stepped over a nigga like AI stepped over Tylo. He took that from AI. Oh, he using the Jordan fadeaway. Oh, he dunking on a nigga like you're at the highest level." But these little that's why I say I'm different. Recycling to me, I only care about it if you choking or if you do it and it's from the main stage. And even then, if it's on the main stage, as long as you got through your round, I'm not going to say you lost the round, but I will take points away. Yeah. I will take points away.
I would take points away too.
But if it's from a small league or a small card and you use it on the main stage, I'm not taking no points away. I don't even.
But again, like I said, I feel like if I didn't hear it being recycled before. What's good, Black? That's a long time supporter of the show. What's good? Glad to see you in here. Shout out to all the supporters in here, man. Nico was like, man, we should get some merch for you going. Well, we will one day, man. Gotta see about that.
On Flex that you used on Sway's show. That's lame. You listen. You can say that's lame, but at the same time. What if you're on Flex? Put yourself in these shoes.
I got you, Guap. I got you.
You're a rapper. You just were on Sway. You're going over to Flex, and you forget. There's a moment where you rapping, people kind of they're going crazy, and in that moment, what you had prepared is gone. You gonna sit there and choke, or are you gonna go right into another verse? You might have rapped this shit last week on a big ass platform, but I gotta get through this verse. I gotta get through it so I don't look foolish in the moment. I'm gonna get through it. That at least that I'm gonna do that. Like any real rapper is going to do that. And I'm not gonna say I'm a rapper. I'm just saying anybody who really raps, you're either gonna freestyle your way out of something, you're gonna recycle it, or you're cutting the round. All that choking and shit. I respect it that you're trying your best to get the round back, but I'd rather you just cut it, freestyle, or recycle something. Me personally, the choking shit doesn't.
I honestly don't. I don't mind. I don't mind you going to a small circuit league, trying out some material, see that it landed, and then using it to the big stage. Because comedians do it all the time.
What if a person had a battle on Summer Madness Ledge, and so to practice their Summer Madness material, they took 3 one-rounders. Their first round, second round, and third round, they rap on 3 battles in a row, one-rounders leading up to Summer Madness as a way to practice that material. Now, the battles haven't dropped.
Right.
Until he wraps it on Summer Madness. Then the battle drop, you're like, he just said all 3 of these rounds in these 3 different. Do you have a problem with that?
If I listen, my nugget is I don't mind it if I didn't hear any of it before the main stage. That's my disclaimer. So that will answer V's question as well. I don't mind an entire round because if stand-up comedians doing an entire round in small locations, then trying on a big, it's all about you. If you didn't hear it, any of it, and then you hear it where it counts most, you should be fine with it. I will be fine with it. Like um, you saying good Greek, but it's if a stand-up comedian is in Omaha, Nebraska, and this is no shot at Omaha, Nebraska, I'm just naming just I don't know, somewhere in Idaho, and he's getting three rounds. three. Let me say Idaho. Let me go somewhere else with it. I don't know how many battle rap fans in Idaho, but if you're in Idaho, small town, I don't, and you're getting your your jokes off. You gave them a whole show, and now you're in MGM Grand in Las Vegas, and I'm there in Las Vegas. I have no knowledge of what you did in Idaho, and you give me the same material that I'm unaware of. If I'm in a moment, if I'm laughing, going crazy, I'm not going to find out like weeks. Like, man, he said this in Idaho. He said all of this. What do you want me to do? You want me to take my laughs back? Like that's all. What do y'all want me to do after once 2 weeks after I'm at the show and I had the time of my life? Y'all be like, man, look at this. He said all this in Idaho, man, before he even got there, man. Like, no, man.
But
I'm not about to go to MGM and ask to get my money back. I was dying laughing.
I feel like the chat. I feel like the chat line right now, as Geechee would say. I feel like y'all studioing right now. Are y'all really gonna like? Do y'all really care if somebody like you did not know about this battle? You did not know, and the nigga reused the material, and then after the battle comes out, niggas start doing their little invest because a lot of you niggas are very good. Some of y'all missed your calling in life. Some of y'all could have been detectives, investigators, all that type of shit. Because some of y'all do a lot of investigative work on these battlers. Whenever a battle drop, you got to go encyclopedia every bar. Let's see if it's ever been said before. Y'all really care that much? Because I don't. I'm not going back to watch Hidden Battle 5000. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't. I'm sorry. I do not.
Undertaker definitely does the same tombstone. I've been to a live show. He definitely did the same tombstone.
Like,
we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, Hunger.
People be like, I feel like it's fake outrage, bro, because I don't feel like it really matters, bro. If it was entertaining,
no, it matters. You know why it matters? No, you know why it matters? Because Talon did it. It matters on the person. Where's all this energy from all the people who got something to say when Rex does it religiously? Because are y'all going to take all those wins y'all gave Rex for using recycled material? Because I haven't seen that. We kind of just laugh it off like, oh, that's Rex being Rex. Typical Rex recycling and using mixtape bars. Oh, that's just good old Rex being Rex. We don't dock him points for that. Y'all still give him all them wins that he. Where's the energy for him? Because he's a legend. Because he's from Harlem. Because he's from New York. Bro, what we doing?
Calico recycled material from a fucking mixtape or a cipher, something he did versus Twerk, bro. I didn't give a fuck. The shit was fire. I cheered. And even after finding out about it, I still didn't give a fuck. It's your material. It's different if you are stealing somebody else's rhymes to make up for your lack of preparation. That's different. You wrote this. It's your shit. Why the fuck would it matter? Oh, you took that off of that mixtape. Who cares? You probably still gonna listen to the mixtape and Bobby A. It don't matter.
It's not. What's sustaining on Rex legacy is him gaining massive weight, having no breath control, and
okay, we yo, okay, Les, tell him how you feel.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
All right, let's double back. Let's all right. Let's get some No. Let's get some composure. Let's.
Yikes, for real.
All right. Okay. All right. Cause man. Cause I don't like.
I love it though. Talk your shit.
No.
Fuck around and say, but I wasn't gonna say that at all. This shit is crazy.
No, everybody relax. I'll see y'all in the comments. Y'all chill.
Dark side ledge. That's a fact.
Cause man, like we not about to. I'm keeping battle rap, but there's other things that have stained Rex's
Hey, that's
Let
so crazy that he hits you with your own slogan. That's fucking gold. God
oh
damn.
you loving this moment. He loving this moment right now.
Yo,
Listen,
that's
no,
crazy.
seriously though, there's other things that have held Rex back from his legacy, so forth. But that recycling thing is more looked at as a laughable. Oh, that's Rex being Rex, and oh, he recycled again, man. He's silly. He a fool. Like that kind of joking thing.
Just,
Nobody seriously cares that he does that.
I just
Y'all not about to start making me believe that.
I just don't feel like recycling. To me, bro, I don't. It's your shit, bro. Like I'll deduct points if it was a summer. It's known you said something, and on Summer Madness you try like okay. It's like I'm not deduct. I don't even then. I'm not even gonna be deducting that. It's your shit, bro. I don't care. As long as it went over well. If niggas cheered for it, you definitely can't say anything about it because I'd be up at there was a bar that I think it was a John said the benefit was it he said the benefit bar and niggas was in the chat. Oh, that's fine, that's crazy. And I'm like, bro, he's this JC bar. But
Vlad,
I know
please.
that the whole masses don't know that shit. There's probably thousands of motherfuckers who ain't never heard that before.
Vlad, you're in the minority. You got to acknowledge that you're in the minority with that thought, though.
What?
So, right, you might think it's corny, but you do realize the culture is quite fine with Rex doing it. Probably not now because he's not as good as he
Rex
was.
is corny for using his own, like, bro, he wrote that shit. Like, why is he corny for using his own material? Like, come on, like, bro, like, especially, bro, he was. You gotta understand the era and the times in which Rex came up. This ain't somebody who, okay, I'm joining battle rap in 2015, 2016, even 2020. He came up in a time, bro, where you had to have 20. If you were that good, you had 20, 25 different verses on you, and you would just until somebody couldn't rap no more. That's where he come from. So why is he corny for using his own? That don't make sense to me.
And let's be clear. I haven't heard anybody recycle a whole
Game
rhyme.
ain't changed that much.
I haven't seen somebody recycle a whole round yet, like a whole round. But so like when Ty Law recycled that line, that whole stiff. First of all, that's not even like the reference. Like American Pie Stifler's mom punch wasn't like y'all gotta start watching more movies. Battle rappers, watch more movies.
This man B said, if I'm paying for pay-per-view, I want new material, B. So you're not talking about URL because we're not paying for anything else from them. But let's say you are talking about a URL. They go back to pay-per-view. I care more about being entertained. If I'm spending money on something, I do not care if you had to reuse something for my entertainment. Because if I were to go ahead and pay for a comedy special with my favorite comedians, and they so happen to have a joke that I've heard before 10 years ago in their stand-up material for that evening, I'm not going to be upset with that, even if half their shit, I'm not going to, if I am entertained in that moment.
It's getting dark. It's getting dark for Vlad. I'm about to turn the lights off. Nico talking to him.
Like, bro, it's all about
dark.
entertainment, bro. To
me,
it's
dark
all
for
about
you,
entertainment. Like, listen, I'm all for new original material. I'm all for people putting that effort into their craft, but I'm also for all people entertaining and getting through their round. So if Rex is in a position now where at best all he can do is prep one round and the league said, no, we want to book you for 3, you booked him with the knowledge of him going to either freestyle or give you a mixtape verse for the other 2 rounds. You knew that going into it. And everybody, if you've been watching Rex long enough, you knew that. And we still fuck with Rex, and we're still going to go crazy for that first round. And we're
at V
for them other 2 rounds. This is going to say something in there that I might have heard.
Nico.
Once he gets in that back, make me mad just to talk about it. I'm going to go crazy. He's spazzing.
Talk, Nico. It's getting dark.
$8 could do that shit. I'm going to go crazy. Mook and Rex, okay, they can't be using bars like that. Cool. That's them. Everybody ain't got to be what Mook and Lux is. They ain't gotta be. Because when Mook wasn't around, guess who was holding down battle rap when Mook wasn't battling? Rex was.
Who?
Rex was the one holding down battle rap. Mook wasn't around. Lux wasn't around. Rex was the nigga who stayed around. From that DVD era when niggas like myself was outside watching that shit, Rex was the only nigga that stayed around. Him, Math, they stayed around. And I don't care if they recycled. I don't give a fuck. They entertained the nigga. So if they get on the main stage, they get in these small leagues, and they want to use mixtape verse 5,000, I don't care. Entertain me, nigga.
But that's what we were saying, V. I gave him the round because I had heard it beforehand. If I had found out that that was a recycled bar afterwards, it's a different thing. It's all about when you hear it. Like what I look like going crazy
Wait,
over.
hold on. I don't support choking. That's not true. I do not support choking. Y'all can go to my channel and see. I do not support choking.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. At the beginning of this, I don't support choking. I said that.
Yeah. We're not combining the two. Choking. Y'all watch the battle rap throwbacks with me. I don't even allow battle rap throwbacks on this channel that got choking.
Standards for battlers. Do you know how, bro? You can ask niggas like Fate. Fate in here. He a battler from the West. I critique niggas all the fucking time. I'm a nigga who battled, so I'm definitely critical. I definitely have a standard for niggas, but I'm not fin to be stupid. Not stupid. Let me not say stupid because I don't want to say nobody's stupid because everybody has their own opinion. I'm not the type of person who's gonna say, hey, you know what? I know you said that on a mixtape. I know you might have said that shit on a small league. So you said it on a big stage now. I'm not gonna be the one to trip on it. I'm a trip on if you are prepared. I'm a trip on if you are choking, stumbling. If you're, fuck. Damn, where was I at? I mean, lucky I'm fucking up. You doing that, I'm gonna get upset. Because now you're bullshitting. But if you say, okay, you lost this place, damn, I can't remember where our round is, but you remember that verse.
That's true, lawyer.
I'm not gonna look foolish in a moment. That's a part of performance. See, this is a part of performance. Performance ain't just your theatrics and your gun bar, your gun. That's not just that's battle rap performance. A rapper's performance is all the other shit that they give you details about: vocal projection, delivery, flow, cadence. That's a rapper's performance.
Listen, you got two scenarios.
What I'm saying? A part of that performance is get through your shit. Don't matter if you have to dig into another bag to get through it. You gon' get through that shit.
Yeah, you got two scenarios. You're fading out, you're battling, and before you know it, you come to a bar and you don't remember it. The last thing I'm about to do is be like, you know what? I should recycle, but I can't do that. I'm just gonna choke and say Jersey. Or you can say, you know what? I'm not remembering it quite but I remember this bar. I'm gonna go to that bar. I'm not gonna choke. The last thing I'm gonna do as a battle rapper is choke. If I can avoid the choke by recycling some material that I know y'all ain't heard, I'm going to it. I'm going to it. And y'all can hate me for that. I'm going to it. I'm not about to choke. Like, this isn't wrestling. This isn't before I tap submit being put in the sharpshooter like Stone Cold. I'm just gonna bleed out and pass out. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Let me just make sure I'm clear because I see people are kind of confused. Let me just say this because we're media bloggers. We're in that field, right? And so what a lot of people are going to think of is, well, man, y'all break down battles. You going to give niggas points? No. I don't give points for reused material. I'm telling you, in the moment, me watching it live, I'm not going to have a problem with it. Now, if I break down a battle, which I don't really break down too many, I rarely do recaps for a reason. I stopped doing recaps for a reason. I tried to do them, but I kind of fell back on doing recaps for a little bit. But if I'm doing a recap and I'm going bar for bar, writing everything down, and I know I've heard this before, it's been reused. Okay, I'm not going to take away points, but I'm not giving you points either. It'll just be a zero. It won't count.
Yeah, like that Ty Law line, I didn't like. First of all, the line wasn't crazy to me like that.
So you don't get points, but I'm not taking points either. It's whatever. It exists as you were rapping. It basically it'll exist as filler. You don't get points taken away, but you
got a question.
Get points for it.
I got a question. So you know how when you choke in a round, we wash that round away. What happens if somebody recycles in a round? Are we negating that whole, like Ty Law had the Stifler's mom shit? Do we just negate his whole round because he recycled that one bar? Like how are we doing that? That's the question we need to ask. Like, how are y'all judging that situation?
I think you would have people would have a better argument with Ty Law had he won the battle. If the judges had said he won the battle,
which he did. He did. I had him winning.
No, I'm saying, but if he had won the decision, okay, cool. Then you can say, well, man, he recycled material and he advanced. But you have to understand, everybody don't know that going into a battle, dog. It's like telling the motherfucker you going into a debate about fucking the NBA, and you're in this debate, they can mention any play that's ever happened, and they ask you a play from 1955. and ask you to verbatim tell them what happened on this particular play, you're not gonna remember every single thing that happens. The popping shit, you're gonna remember it. Ty Law ain't been around like that recently for us to even be looking and checking for it hasn't been like that, dog. And even when he said it, it was like, okay, I heard it before, but I don't care. Get through your round, dog. I tripped on him choking and stumbling in his third. That's what I tripped on. I tripped on that a lot. I was like, bro, why are you fucking up?